one of the biggest championships in terms of numbers anywhere in the world. Fantastic to see, and it's so good to see these older cars still being raced. Some people collect art, we race them. Away we go! Into the first corner they go, everybody jostling for position early on, but a good clean start. I have to say the rolling starts do help that, obviously. Already, here are the two leaders. And look at the power of the number 9 car. Almost making it past the Porsche number 25. This is a real battle between Germany and America, isn't it? Beautifully prepared cars. Small bore World Sports Car Championship and prototypes was raced between 1960 and 1972. 3 classes of sports, 2000 cars, RS cars, and World Sports racing cars as well. Lotus 23s, 30s, 40s, Porsche 904s, 906s, the odd Elva out there, Lola 11. So it's a real combination this, but a really strong field on that. Look at it. Wheel to wheel, straight away. The 3 classes out there at the moment. Now these Group 5 cars must be prepared as they were during their competitive racing prior to 1979. Later cars by invitation. So we've got the odd Lotus Super 7. Just saw a glimpse of that Datsun 240Z, or Z as they say in the States. BMWs, a few 911s, and Datsun 510 also there, so that's lovely. We've even got an Alfa Romeo GTV and the old Escort, but it is very similar to the old MGs of the past, the Mazda Miata. And it is a cracking car, and it's one of the few cars I've actually raced, and it is like a giant go-kart. But across the line they come, a huge field for this Miata Classic. Here we go, and look at that, great start. And just in terms of the field we're looking at, Ben, how equal is this field in terms of power and preparation?
Very equal. I think there's 2 classes, NA and MB. You can see the cars that have the flip-up headlights, but like right now we've got an NA and an MB going into turn 1 side by side.
So it's really, this car comes down to the drivers, and there's a lot of drafting. You're going to see that they want to form up in trains of 4 long because they all go faster in a group than they do single.
So right now we've got Davis coming into Madden. He actually won our event here last year. Super fast Miata driver, but looking 4th place at Mark Cefalo. Mark Cefalo's always at the top. He really knows how to work these cars with momentum. And look at this huge group of Miatas coming over, man. It's a great sight.
I'm having a 1.94 officially. So Don Davis starting to stretch his legs here. And here's that battle for 2nd place. With a distinct battle for 2nd and 3rd, and a distinct battle for 3rd and 4th. Cefalo just got back in the brightly coloured blue and yellow.
Here we go with a great field of British cars, Triumphs, about to take the green flag on.
Yeah, and you talk about Miatas and the sort of special place in history they've created. Well, Triumph have done that for sure. And their different iterations over the years have made it a classic car in every shape and form, and now you're going to see the very best of them at speed around Mid-Ohio. What a lovely sight, what a beautiful sound. So away they go, down and under the first turn here at Mid-Ohio. Joe Huffaker carrying the name in the Triumph TR7, Mike Munson and Sam Halkias in the TR6.
Triumphs just have a lot of torque for a British Ford car. There's a pass on the outside. Look at that. Coming into the turn.
Freeway. How about that? Great stuff. Already. TR6 pulling away. And Sam Halkias still in 3rd place at the moment. Well, 2nd now. He's gone up to 2nd. He's got ahead of the TR7 of Joe Huffaker.
Vintage racing with these guys is for the love of racing and the cars, and you're going to see a lot of great battles up front like we're seeing right now. Then you're going to see great mid-pack and back-to-pack battles. The number 11 tries to go on the outside right there. the carousel, it ducks back inside. 6 right there behind him. What how much fun is he racing in a British car, 40, 50 years old.
Yeah, and of course, when you look back in history, especially in American racing, it's not that Triumph doesn't have a place in American racing, because back before the muscle cars became the muscle cars, and we had the classic Trans Am races, the George Formers of this world and so on, it was the more nimble, lightweight British and European cars that ruled the roost. Stepped up and started bringing the Mustangs and started making their cars maybe a little smaller, but kept the power, and power to weight ratio became the key.
Yeah, dude, look at this number 11, Huffaker going around number 28 right there. Mike Munson now in 3rd place. We've had a change for the leader. And Sam Hauke is now in 1st place in his Triumph TR6, followed by Joe Huffaker. And I'm surprised to see Joe back there, now back in 3rd place.
Yeah,
it looks like they're just playing with each other out there. But what's really cool about this, it looks like the yellow TR6 has a little more power. TR4.
Why do you think there's not that many Vitesses out there?
Well, first they just didn't make that many, especially on hardtop sedans. We have another change for the lead right here. Mike Munson taking over from Sam Hauke into the keyhole. We've had a lot of changes for the lead as Joe Huffaker gets right behind him.
Yeah, it's a good way to win. They're all using their mirrors.
Racing, maybe some dives.
Well, let's have the door shut here as we go into the left-hander towards the end of this Mid-Ohio circuit, down towards the carousel, and again, rounding outside comes the number 11. They power through and get the inside line onto the left-hander of the front straight. He's trying, and that's what he's trying to achieve, and I think he's done it, yes! Or has he?
Looking at with Brian Harold behind us, some great cars in this group, and I love that the cameraman and the director showing us these mid-pack races, because that to me is the heart of vintage racing. These guys do battle and battle just to have fun and just for the spirit of racing.
So one major incident already. So down to the checkered flag then comes Mike Munson. And so S2000 side by side as they head across the line. The green flag waves and we are racing here at Mid-Ohio. And a good clean start. Oh, and look at this 2x2 into the first corner. That's not easy. They pull it off with a plume. Nicely done.
Yeah, look at that. Some of them are 4-5 wide coming into the keyhole. These guys really do not give each other an inch. As Henry Payne tries to look into Ben Sinnott.
Right in the middle of that pack, the number 94, a bit of a wide for Graham. Can you imagine being around in period when these cars were brand new, and it really was Germany versus Italy versus, England, and even back then, or before then, they had national colours for green and blue and red, and so, it was special times. Green flag waves then, and away we go then for this bang up field of fantastic cars. And here they come towards the first corner. And it's Bruce Rona in the Lotus 22. Now look at this, side by side, what a difference the two sizes of cars are, but they'll battle for position. It must be quite intimidating when you're that low down in some of these smaller cars to be seeing these giant cars right above you, almost looking down on you.
Yeah, look at that. That's John Nash and Logan Dernosha going side by side into the Q7, and Logan going head to head. You couldn't get more different cars battling head to head in a racetrack.
There's some British bravery. Tell me John Nash is British.
He is.
There you go.
Definitely from the UK.
That's what I thought. That was a British move if ever I saw one. Fantastic stuff. There he goes, leading the way in the number 7. But the 57 right there with him of Logan Dernosha. Is that the right way to pronounce it?
It's Dernosha.
Dernosha.
Cool story about him. That's a real Yanko Stinger. And his dad, Warren, worked at the Yanko shop and built that car back in the day.
Look at them side by side through the right-hander. Just using the torque. Look at that.
They are side by side the whole lap.
Almost. Oh, this is excellent. Into the last complex they come and past our commentary position. And a beautiful sight as John Nash leads them across the line.
And Todd Cruz really getting fast in that dark green 19, Austin Healy. Look at how much fun that Austin Healy is having racing with that Porsche.
I have to say, I said the Jaguar was my car, but now I've seen the 777 Porsche. I'm kind of like, I've got my eye on that now. And it's a really good display too. As he takes the Lotus Super 7.
I think Logan's looking at him.
He is having a look, isn't he?
Logan wants to win this race.
He's got the power. He's got the power on him. Logan going for it. Here we go. You can see from overhead.
These are two really good drivers that respect each other. They're going to give each other room. I'm sure John Nash is scared to death because I bet that looks like a house behind him.
Yeah. Well, it's back to the glory days of America versus the UK when it comes to cars, as the Corvair trying everything it can to stay on pace with the Lotus Super 7, but I think it's going to be Nash. As we come down to the final corner, and yes, still the fluid pours out the back, but it's the 7 in the Super 7 who takes the win here at Mid-Ohio and waves to the crowd as he comes underneath the bridge. Great racing, good fun.